Hey, what's up, guys? What is this? I found this thing here. Horror films of the 1970s. Movies Unlimited Essential Guide. I don't know anything about them, but I saw this, right? Horror films in the 70s. Right? And I always say, like, the 70s is probably the horror decade. I mean, you can argue the late 60s, early 80s. Of course, I love horror films way before that, and there's plenty of good ones after. But the '70s is like that sweet spot for me. Okay, in terms of horror as warning, as metaphor, okay, as downbeat, right, as bleak. You really get that in the '70s. Okay, which is the first decade where you can sort of see, at least in America, Europe maybe not as in a different way, but in America, right, the place I was bordered, you start to see the physical manifestations of that things are not okay. Okay, with this great victory we won, you know, 30 years before. Okay, we were on top of the world supposedly, but all of that had seemingly things were not working out. We were losing. All this stuff under the surface was coming out. The cities were starting to change. The slaughter of the cities. Right? All these things had been unleashed. The people that made your mainstream entertainment were now putting all kinds of messages in them to slowly eat away at whatever continuity you had from before. Okay? Was this your reward for all that hard work, paying your taxes, fighting the wars? This was your reward. You can see the look on her face, but you get all, get all. People always like to get socialized. So it gets social. Oh, here we go. Sociological with horror film analysis until it starts going into different areas. Then all of a sudden, it's like you're looking too deep into things. Now, I'm gonna do something a little different with this. Okay? Yeah, Joe Dante. Not the biggest fan of Joe Dante. He goes over, basically summarizes the '70s. Right? Of course, in this, the thing I like was essentially, um, yeah, he brings up that, yeah, I mean, Roger Corman, sort of, right, protege of Roger Corman, but you start to see that, right, was this a good thing? Right? Now it could be shown, right? Because now it could be shown as shown it was, okay, as the floodgates for more graphic treatments of sex and violence on the screen was now was now wiped away. Now, was this a good thing? I still debate that. Of course, I'm for showing as brutal as you can get, okay, but in what context? That's not here. So I'm gonna do something a little different with this. I'm not gonna go over. Okay, like when we start out, we got The Exorcist, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Jaws, Omen, Dawn of the Dead, Halloween, Alien. You get what I'm saying? All great films. Films I like. I'm not gonna do that with this one. I'm gonna go over, I guess, the more obscure films uh, that I like, and also I'm gonna show a couple ones that I have not seen. Right? I have not seen everything. Right? So anyway, Dunwich Horror. I remember as a kid seeing this on TV and not knowing what was going on. Obviously, this is probably one of the most faithful Lovecraft adaptations you were gonna have in the time here in the early '70s. Dean Stockwell did a pretty good job in it. Yes. So thunderstorms coming through. Um, and Don't Much Horror is great. The scene with the tentacles, the way it's shot, of obviously the other Watley twin, right? Done very well, very well. I think this was actually an excellent adaptation. This gets very underrated. You know, um, going through some more. I have not seen this. I have heard it. I've heard it in Skinny Puppy's first album, right? Welcome to my house. I hope you find your stay most illuminating. Apparently, it's this guy. They go to the house where they hear the tape. Richard Matheson is in this. I have not seen this. I need to see this. I have not seen this either, and we all know the ending to this because they've given it away. Right? And rest in peace, man. This guy was some actor. I'll give him that. I have not seen this either. Demon Seed. This I did see. They showed this on TV. I didn't realize this was based on a Dean Koontz book. Right? Remember Dean Koontz? In fact, all of these early ones here, a lot of stuff was based on books. They started making more movies based on books that were more recent. Demon Seed, man. The way it kills the boyfriend and like the way the woman is essentially raped by a computer. Right? And the offspring, when you see the child that comes from it. Yeah, this is a creepy ass movie, man. 77 it came out. I thought it came out earlier than that, but anyway. The Sentinel. I have not seen this. This is down in Brooklyn Heights. I have not seen this film. This film, I remember they showed this film a lot. Okay, Medical Malpractice. Robin Cook, best-selling medical thriller. But, I haven't seen this either. So. The Manitou. This is good. This is the scene with the woman when you see the Manitou basically grow out of her. Oof. Oh, man. Graham Masterson. This is based on a Graham Masterson novel. Interesting. Manitou is really good. Of course, Dracula, the John Badham version. Like I said, my late fiance loved this film. This is an excellent film. It's based on I guess it's sort of based on the Broadway play. Frank Langella is the actor, but this film, the special effects, the atmosphere, the acting, the scenes in it, the brutal scenes in it. Oh, like when Mina awakens, she's literally a corpse. When Dracula takes Renfield and turns his fucking head around. Oh, and also Van Helsing. How Van Helsing is literally helpless. And Van Helsing has a very, very sorry end in this. But anyway, a lot of people are starting to realize how good this film was. Okay, Let's Scare Jessica to Death. They used to show this on TV. A very, very creepy film. Very, the usual, like, is it in her mind or is it real? My rule is it's always real. What the hell is it? Well, why would you make a movie about someone being crazy and imagining it? What's the point of that? Okay, and the way this was done. Okay, it's technically a vampire film, but it's done in a very it's man, what a film. The atmosphere of it, very creepy. The way everyone has a Band-Aid on them, and they all the way they film her when she's going under the water, you see her hair. It's almost like something out of like a Japanese thing, like The Ring or their water demons. Beware the Blob. Larry Hagman directed this film. I remember it's kind of funny. They're saying it's a very funny film. It is. This was a nasty film, though. This, like I said, this one still has the power to make you jump. The kills in this movie, the scenes where the Blob gets people, like the hippie getting his hair cut in the sink, in the bowling alley, and all the things in here. This is a scary movie, man. Maybe I saw it when I was a kid, but it was pretty intense. There was a few. Well, this was cut when it was on television. The Devil's Reign. I'm not even gonna bring up the ending is very grim, but like just the scene. Of course, Ernest Borgnine and my man Shatner, right? And Ida Lupino was in this. I'm trying to remember Eddie Albert. You see like this film, but man, the way that when you see the goo come out of the eyes, it's just like and like I said, the nice '70s ending. Okay. There's no winning in these. Right? Blackula had gone over. Right? The film. Right, Black Mumwild, tragic gravitas in this. Yeah, so this is, I don't even want to call this black exploitation. This. Forget all that. This is really good. This is a really, man. This guy who goes through really goes through hell, man. So, and like I said, I have not seen Ganja and Hess with Dwayne Jones. I want to see this. This they used to show us on Channel 5 late at night. So this is a little more black exploitation-ish. So. All right, Silent Night, Bloody Night. Technically a Christmas horror film, but the way this film is shot, the music in it, Mary Warrenoff is actually the heroine in this. Usually she's the creepy psycho woman and everything, Yeah, the way it's shot, the flashback scene with the asylum, where they kill everybody. You have all the Andy Warhol people in it. What's her name? Candy Darling is in this. She gets killed, or I should say he gets killed. And the scene, right? It's like Psycho, but the scene where these two get it early, man. What a scary scene, man, with the axe. So, and they used to show this on Channel 9 all the time. A seasonal staple. Interesting. I didn't know that. They must have cut the hell out of this film. But like I said, very low budget, but the way it's shot, man, very creepy. I like Black Christmas. I've gone over this. I don't have to bring this film up. Masterful film. They have these two films here. I mean, this is right, Bob Clark, man. Rest in peace. Massacre at Central High. Now, I only saw this on television, but I mean, is this a horror film? This is like Class in 1984. It's just a very violent movie where the new kid gets bullied. He gets revenge on them. Okay, but the whole twist of the film is that the people who were bullied before, then they become the new bullies. Right? The problem is that this dude is now against all bullies, and he goes after them too. So I kind of like that. I mean, like I said, it's more like Battle Royale or something. It's not really a horror film, but it's a mayhem movie, like something like James would write. Grizzly. You're gonna see right the Jaws as a bear, as a grizzly bear, but man. This was a good film. They used to show this all the time, and you got to look at the actors in it: Andrew Prine, Richard Jekyll, Christopher George, and the attack scenes are nasty. Remember he kills the kids in the damn sleeping bags. They don't even get out of their sleeping bags. He tears them up when they're still in their sleeping bags. See all the feathers everywhere. The car, yeah. Oh yeah, that was James Brolin, man. Ronnie Cox, what a great actor he was, character actor. The car, right? This car is awesome. You never see who's in the car. I always thought it was the devil when I was a kid. Orca, listen, man, this movie, dude, Richard Harris is awesome. Maybe he goes over the top, but and it's like right. And I like how they mention here, Orca is no Jaws. Then again, Orca leading man Richard Harris went to number 2 on the Hot 100 chart with his version of MacArthur Park. Remember the Donna Summer song? She made that actually disco classic. I would have liked to see Robert Shaw pull that off. Wow. In terms of both these guys, I'm surprised this dude was sober enough to do that. Those dudes, him, Peter O'Toole, Oliver Reed, man, those dudes could drink, man. But yeah, Orca is actually pretty good, man. Orca is actually an excellent film. Right. Phantasm, you know what? Like I said, I think it's a little overrated. I know, you're getting mad. And I've never seen this. This guy just passed away, like I said. I've never seen this Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I have to do that, though. Of course, it's going to take more than one video, so I'll end it here. Right. Prophecy. Man, this movie. This is a good movie. They show this on TV cut, but this is a nasty movie, man. The Prophecy. I remember, I think there was a controversy over it because it was supposed to be this is going to be a really edgy horror film, and then the people thought the monster, which is basically a mutated bear, they thought that this was a silly thing, but this movie was great, dude. This was nasty, man. This was nasty. So, and I've never seen Driller Killer. Abel, I like it. Abel Ferrara. You know him, King of New York. You know, Bad Lieutenant. And I like that the first film he shot. Like, you know, like yeah, I'm gonna be the actor because I can count on me showing up for this film. Of course, the infamous Mortician intro where he drills the poor friendliest hobo in New York, and this dude drills a hole in his hut. But anyway, let's one more vid for the films that I haven't seen and the films that are barely seen that I think are underrated.